Alright, hello to all my guys, gals, and non-binary pals out there across the electrical ocean. This is Jazz, man. We have got a game today. So I log in. I'm like, alright, I guess we'll try and record a game. And in pops this game between Barbaryan, who is basically just a dice money alt, I believe, and then playing full faction IS, Barbarians, of course, his signature deck, and then WinningNumbers playing his signature deck. And there he goes, banishing that favorite nomad of dice monies. So this is, man, the fucking circus is in town today. We've got two of the biggest clowns that modern era Pox Nora has ever seen. So hopefully this will be an entertaining rodeo. So the stasis field here, meant to ward off the aspect of Oblivion, was basically for naught, because he contested mid anyway. And hold on, let me check for stealth champs, because I know WinningNumbers sometimes runs those. Okay, he doesn't have any. So he's got Corona grabbing bot font. He notably deployed Aspect of Oblivion over here on his first turn, because of course 2x2s walking over this lava will just die. So maybe he had nothing better, but I mean, you can't really go for this font first because you're just going to be behind in Nora too much. So dice money actually with the proper opening at the start. Barbarian Diviner, and who's got the -1 speed here? Is that the Nomad? Hold on. Oh yeah, it's his next deploy that's going to get -1 speed because of reallocate. So Barbarian Archer going down to 5 speed. I mean, that's okay for a ranged unit. He's just there to apply Sunder. He has Brutality as well, so multi-2. So even with 5 AP, he can make a double hit if he is within 3 spaces every turn. So, I mean, here's the thing about dice money, right? He's one of, if not the biggest, trolls on the Discord. And in-game, I haven't really seen him play much. I know he loves his Barbarians. He Fire Blast coming down here from WinningNumbers to unparalyze his aspect, so he can actually get to the font. Okay, this is some high IQ gameplay right here. So the stasis field lingering effect would have keep paralyzing the aspect, but yeah, he Fire Blasted out of that, doing damage to his own champ. Yeah, so in game, I honestly, like, to be fair, I haven't seen much of Dice Money's actual gameplay, probably because I'm leagues above him in rank, so I don't get matched with him often. But he loves Barbarians. He's obviously playing the shit out of them, so maybe he knows something we all don't. I wouldn't trust Dice Money as far as I could throw him, but I do think in some respects, I don't know. I don't know how much Alakami plays Barbarians, but I do know they're not very good right now as a theme or as a deck. So if Dice Money were to just smarten up, and like if he didn't have his reputation, maybe we'd be willing to take him seriously regarding some things. But he's been a bad influence for far too long, and we just don't trust him anymore. So how can he expect us to take him seriously when his history with the Discord has just been inciting bullshit over and over again, and ludicrous takes that have no basis in reality? So this is what happens. Like, Dice Money is like the quintessential boy who cried wolf, and now there's an actual wolf in the room, which is the shittiness, the enshittification of Barbarians, and nobody cares. So it's all on you, Dice Money. This is your own doing. But he wholly lights the Fire Ruby to, I guess, awestruck the Corona and get that thing out of the font. He really wants this mid font. I mean, he's pressing his advantage here because WinningNumbers has been down on fonts and Nora pretty much the entire time. So he's out deploying WinningNumbers, and WinningNumbers not usually one for sticking around when he's been behind, but I don't know. I think he might stick around just because he hasn't got a super champ online yet. WinningNumbers is nothing if not a creature of habit. Either Corona or maybe a Zoalt or something. A Vothsair will get spells thrown onto it, and he might stage a comeback. But, we got Barbarian Diviner down here grabbing bot. We've got Archer coming up. Aspect neglecting that font. What the hell are you doing, my man? You had that font, and now he's going in for a spell, I would guess? Yeah, Fading Recollection on Pureblood, because Corona is, of course, faithless due to Obsidian Flight. So, man, he declined that font simply to cast Fading Recollection on the Planeswalker so that Corona could move in without getting set ablaze, I would assume. That was Winning Numbers' whole thing behind that. I don't even know what to say. I mean, at this point, Vengeant Knight could literally just walk up here. So, okay, what the fuck was the point then? Okay, so if you're gonna Righteous Deflection the Corona, why would you spend that entire turn to Fading Recollection the Planeswalker? Like, you were safe from... it's inexplicable. Winning Numbers is an enigma. I will never understand. And now his Aspect is dead. Because, I mean, honestly, Dice could just walk over the lava and kill it. Like, there's no reason not to. Like, it's 8 fire damage, but... Okay, so he kills it from range instead. And then, yeah, like, get the Globe, rush this font with your Vengeant Knight, because Winning Numbers has one champion in play, and this game is pretty much over. I think, honestly, if I were to use this as a game to judge Dice Money's skill, it would not be appropriate, because Winning Numbers is a benchmark for nothing in this game. Winning Numbers is a benchmark for how far out of Bronze League you can crawl before, you have to face actual players instead of bots. So Vengeant Knight is getting the Pummel Sunder combo off here with Wild Eye Bracer. I think we have a buff idea for Wild Eye Bracer in the patch notes, to where it becomes a negative equip like it was always meant to be, and another stasis field actually by Dice, really wanting to keep that Corona subdued so that it can't do anything. I mean, realistically, you didn't need to do that because it was dead anyway, but yeah, okay, Barbarian, aka Dice Money, takes the game. And that was a nice little quick 7-minute one. I could see if there's more going on. There weren't too many games when I hopped on, so we might just have to cut it here and wait till next time. But yeah, it's like 2 p.m. in the afternoon right now. So, and then that's here in Canada. I don't know what time zone y'all are at, but this is probably not the best time to be trying to record games. But I'm doing it anyway because this is the time that I've got. Okay, so we got some more games. No one high ranked, unfortunately. I think so. We got Hermeos here, but he is too busy jerking off instead of queuing up. So we could get Dyson winning on the crackback. How about that? We could get Mobile Cur. Yeah, you know what? I've resigned myself to this video being a Dice Money video. The one bone I'll throw to him in my entire tenure as a commentator. So you better, Dice, if you're watching, you better enjoy it, because you ain't getting shit after this. This is all the attention I will ever lavish upon you, so you should be grateful. So we're gonna have the dynamic duo back at it again. Dice Money, of course, still playing Barbs. Winning Numbers, of course, still playing his deck. And then, honestly, I wish I could have gotten this game for an April Fool's game. This would have been the matchup of all time. But I think on this map, Winning Numbers might have an easier time of it, because the thing is, the Shrine is well within spell presence of this font, so if he deploys something like Corona or a Bothsair, something with Faithless, he should still be able to cast spells on whatever he puts in this font without too much, impeding his progress too much, whereas on Elemental Plateau, that the last map was, you kind of had to use his Aspect for spell presence because Corona could not do anything spell-wise on her own. So he goes with a Charger Knight this time around. I haven't seen Winning Numbers run this, but, I mean, to me it just screams like a Winning Numbers champ. I mean, it has Quest, double Quest actually, and then unequipable, so no stuff like Golden Compass. I swear to God, this thing only has unequipable because of Golden Compass. Because then you could just give it Compass and then it comes in with Initiative Quest. And Heavy, so you basically move it back and forth a bunch, Strip Armor, Charge into Heavy Charger. That was the play that you used to be able to do, because it would get, it had Blitz, and it would do, 50 damage on a charge with Strip Armor out. But we got Horseman, we got matching Horseman here from Dice Money, going with the Gladiator. And Gladiator looks like a pretty good champ. I haven't seen too much of it, but this thing's spooky in melee, Crushing Blow, base. And then I think Vivify, you could run it in, it's a split rune, so you can run it in Centaurs, although I think Centaurs might have better to do with their Nora in that price range. But yeah, alternate ranged attack, Iron Will for CC, really good stats for that price. His only real downside is that most of his damage is like pure melee, so and duel on a 6-speed champ takes away a lot of its AP in combat to do that. But I mean, crushing blow for 1v1s is really nice. So this guy you want to deploy in 1v1 situations. I would have maybe saved this for a second deploy from Dice, because you kind of have to work around this impeding terrain here. You're just wasting a little bit more AP than normal if you're a 2x2. But winning numbers goes with the medic, and I feel like since he deployed it over here, this tells me that winning numbers is probably going to send the medic to this side font while Charger Knight haggles in mid. Not a play I'd recommend, especially after that stasis field from Dice. Because, I mean, let's say the stasis field didn't come down, right? So at that point, Charger Knight charges in. He gets one good charge off with the damage, but then... Okay, so he banishes. I was going to say banish would probably be the follow-up, right? This is playing out like exactly the game from before. Banish, like same spells, stasis field, same plays for winning numbers. Only this time the problem is from Dice that he doesn't have anything to put in that font as follow-up. Like last game he had a champ to put in mid, but he didn't deploy one last turn. So he's a little bit behind now. I think like with the healing potion for winning numbers was completely like out of pocket. He actually deploys a second Sarnhavian Centaur. He's running 2 Sarnhavian Centaurs and double stasis field from what I remember from last game. That's stasis field is really 2x in barbs? I don't know. I'd run it if I was running Bane Blast maybe, but I think there's probably better spells you could do than stasis field. So the thing with healing potion I was going to mention is that you can't actually use it to cleanse the stasis field because it grants an active ability. Like, you know that, right? You can't activate abilities while you're paralyzed. So that just doesn't work. And the stasis field here actually impeding the follow-up deploy of Carrier Squire, which is probably not what I would have suggested for that mid. Like, you had control of mid for a turn, right? You want to deploy something scary there that can ward off Dice Money's encroaching champions, which he did not. He deployed a piddly little peasant carrying a sack of weapons instead. So the Hammer Strike coming down here from winning numbers. Maybe you could make an argument that to just abandon mid and block off this font with Charger Knight. Like move in like right here so that Dice Money can't get it, and then Carrier Squire kind of just dies though because of Favored Nomad in the back. But currently, winning numbers is ahead in Nora, but he is pretty behind on the board. Like this freshly deployed Carrier Squire that he sunk 60 Nora into is just about dead. I think Dice could have actually killed it if he no, because he would have had to. He had to gain AP from what's this called? Vivify to get a melee attack. I mean, he could have Axe Thrown, but the defense reduction wouldn't have been enough. He does a Bane Blast though. I guess so. He's going to get the kill with the Centaur on this Squire. And then, yeah, the Charger Knight kind of just dying as well to this Centaur. Yeah, see, this is what I mean. Like, duel into Crushing Blow. Like, there's no way anything wins in melee versus this thing. Like, you could haggle with it, because the problem is, again, it's mostly a 2x2 melee champ, so you can dance around fonts with, like, a leap guy, or, you know, something with CC, like Entangling Attack, to keep it at bay. So now here, Charger Knight, I mean, you can get a double hit, but it's weakened because of duel. I wouldn't put my money on winning numbers in this situation, let me tell you that. Medic coming in, I guess, for healed champion, and then... No, he's going to grant another healing potion. Okay, so you can cleanse the Crush. Of course, Dice will just reapply it. So, I don't know, you get a charge here. Fire Blast into IS spell resistance bonus. And that's not very wise. So Dice, okay, so it's looking like Dice is actually going to take both of these games off of winning numbers. Winning numbers wisely backs away, although I think it's a little late for him to be wise, because all it will take from Dice, and actually he doesn't even need spells. He can get the Crushing Blow here for 11, and then Favored Nomad. Like, Dice has won this game completely down on fonts. Yeah, the Throw Axe, Centaur. Centaur doesn't even have to get the kill. Like, he can go for the font, and then Favored Nomad can... Oh no, he's short. Okay, well, honestly, like, I would get your font. Like, who cares about this Charger Knight, right? But he's gonna go in for the kill, fine. Gets the globe, that kind of takes away from the Nora deficit a little bit. And then, man, imagine if he just refuses to get his font the whole game. He's like, I'm so much better than winning numbers, I don't even need my fonts to win. That sounds like the kind of thing DICE would say to a player like Winning Numbers. DICE definitely has that superiority complex going on. And then the Centaur is trapping the medic in the font. And Winning Numbers, like, where is Winning Numbers' Nora going? He should have had enough for at least another deploy. That Carrier Squire was not advisable at mid-font. And Morin's corner for the heal. Fine. I mean, like, what is it? He really has no reason to be afraid here. He's got fucking, he's facing medic in mid. He just did that to BM, I guess. So yeah, it looks like I would not be surprised if Winning Numbers surrendered this one again. What's going on in global chat? Nothing, just 2v2s. Noisy Boy is laughing. What does he say? Oh, they say Bach is balanced. Look at that hell of cahoose. Ha ha ha. Yeah, Alakami apparently does not know how to balance Bach properly, according to Noisy Boy. Just nerf everything. Just nerf it into the ground. Again, start from scratch. It's the despairing cycle of being a game developer. Introduce something fun and cool, players complain that it's OP, nerf it, introduce something else that's fun and cool, and then the cycle just continues again and again until your game goes under. And it looks like, speaking of going under, Winning Numbers has gone... He's drowning right now. He's floundering in the sea of centaurs. He is running down his timer because he apparently realizes that he has no match for the dice money. Honestly, 2 hard losses in a row to one of the biggest... I don't even think Winning Numbers is in Discord. Okay, there he goes. Okay, so Dice Money takes another game. Well played to both people involved, and we'll see everyone in the next one.